We're going to be looking today at the Sony Ericsson X10 Mini Pro. And this, you may remember, we had a look at the X10 Mini, and this differs because this one has got a QWERTY keyboard which pops out like that. And it's very usable, this keyboard, I must say. If I just quickly try and write a message in the email here, and then if I type in hello there, video people, it's very easy to start typing on here. You don't have to press shift to get a full stop or a comma, which is always good in my book. You've obviously got the numeric keypad there in the middle. You hold down the shift key down here. The keys are well spaced out, although they are small. You've still got some room here and here on the side to sort of hold the keyboard in place, and use your thumbs there to type out on it. It's not the standard sort of Android interface on here. We've got 4 corners here that we can sort of use, or we can add widgets, but not in a similar fashion to normal Android widgets. But we get the 4 corners so we can hop into applications like music, your call list, stuff like that. We've got the widgets here that have been placed on the main screen, but because of the size of the device, it's got a 240 by 320 pixel screen, which is about 2.5 inches. You can't fit normal Android widgets on there, so you can only get 1 per screen on that particular area there. If you slide down, or slide up rather, you get into the extra programs that have been installed on this device, and we've got an FM radio. This is built in, Facebook, YouTube access, Google Maps. We've got Timescape, which is a Sony Ericsson layered interface for showing the data that's coming into your phone, messages and texts and emails, and basically it's to organize your life, your online life. Now, I look around the phone at the top. We've got a 3.5mm audio port there for putting your headphones in, and you'll need to do that if you want to use the FM radio. We've got the on-off button, which is slightly recessed here, and of course the screen will lock when you turn it off. We have the camera button, which if we press and hold that down, I don't have a memory card in there at the moment, so it might moan a bit, but there's the sort of camera. And then on the bottom we've got the lanyard loop, should you want to hold this phone around your neck or on your wrist. It is light enough and small enough to be able to do that. Obviously you couldn't do that, well, it could, but it would look slightly different with a HTC Desire, as you can see the size difference there. We've got the microphone here on the lower right. On the left hand side we've got the micro USB plug, which is where you put your charger and the cable into your computer if you wish. On the back we've got 5 megapixel camera here with an LED flash and the external speaker. This is a very soft sort of black rubbery feel to the rear, whereas the front is very glossy plastic, black plastic screen surround on there. And then on the battery, if we just take the battery out, if I can remember how to do that, it's here at the bottom. If we take the battery out of here, there we go. We've got the micro SD card, if I remember, is here, so that's where it should go. I haven't got one inserted at the moment. And we've got this battery, which is a 930 milliamp, so perhaps not as long lasting as you would want, but it seems to do the trick for most day-to-day use. Other specs include wireless. We've got wireless on here, GPS, that 5 megapixel camera which I've already mentioned. This is running Android 1.6 unfortunately, so it's not as up to date as perhaps some would like, but for the teenage market, for my wife say, using this to text and to email friends, to update Facebook profiles, to send tweets, this little keypad is very, very good. I must admit, this QWERTY keyboard is very good, and the size of the device is fantastic. We've got all the accelerometers, you know, this is a scratch resistant surface, so you don't have to worry about keys rubbing up against it. Okay, it's got a 600 megahertz processor, etc. But it's got the GPS, it's got all the standard sort of Android stuff you would expect to see, YouTube, Google Talk, all that other stuff, the compass in there. So the device actually is, I I find it's a very good device. Okay, it hasn't quite got the flexibility to add widgets that you would normally expect. You've got the Android Market access as normal. If I go into the menu down here, we can see that we've got the browser, which, although it isn't multi-touch, is the fantastic Android browser as usual. Your albums, I hop into your pictures, your Google Market. You've got your calendar, which synchronizes with the Google Cloud, obviously. So even though you are using what some would term to be, you know, a device for the mass market, you can still keep your calendar appointments in sync with the cloud. Play now. We've got Facebook, I've mentioned. We've got some games on here that has already been installed. A timer. Google Latitude. We've got the navigation as well, so you can use this as a sat nav. That's completely free from Google. Calculator, road sync, track ID, which is a bit like Shazam. We've also got voice search, so you can talk to it, but the keyboard is just brilliant. So that is a quick overview of the Sony Ericsson Xperia X10 Mini Pro.